be chatting about fragile masculinity, okay? So the inspiration for this video came from a conversation that I was having with a guy that I was getting to know. I was on Twitter and I saw the one girl, she tweeted like, do men be around each other like without they socks on? And so another girl that I follow who was extremely hilarious, she took that and made a poll out of it. And the poll was, to men, would you rather always have to hang around your friends with no shoes and socks on? Or would you rather have to always hang around your friends with pants on but no drawers? So I sent that a screenshot of the tweet with the poll to him because I'm random like that. I just wanted to know what his answer was gonna be. I found the replies to the tweet funny as hell, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be something we could laugh and kiki about. And baby, I was rudely mistaken. He pretty much got offended by me asking him that, and like the way he responded, I just was so at a loss because I'm like, it seems really restricting to be a black man. And for me, I'm just like, I don't understand why some black men hold themselves to ridiculously strict and rigid boundaries and guidelines. And, you know, I'm like, maybe it's just me. I don't know. So I wanted to chat about this. And I knew that y'all was going, especially the black men, was going to give me hell by me breaking down the issue by myself. Because while I know a lot of things, I could talk about this by myself, but I'm not going to because my scope only goes so far. I'm not a black man, and I understand that. So without y'all getting all in my comments about you can't talk about this, you can't. I could do whatever the hell I want to do. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about for one. But just for y'all, I have two very special guests, and they are both black men. Okay, so they are going to help me tackle this whole dynamic and help me better understand where some of these ideas and concepts come from, how they become a thing, and why some black men hold themselves to these ridiculous ass standards. So I'm going to show you the tweet so you can read it verbatim, and then I'm going to show you the conversation that I was having with this young man, so you can really get a good grasp of like why I was like, oh my god, is it really that serious? Like, I thought we was gonna have a good laugh about it, a good kiki, and that wasn't the case. So I'm gonna give you all some time to go ahead and read what we're gonna be discussing. Okay, here we go. Alright, y'all, we back. I have my two special guests, and I'm so excited for y'all to get to know a little bit about them and hear what they have to say about this shit, because y'all already know I was, okay. So can each of you all say your name, give us a little bit where you went to college, college educated, what are you currently doing for a living, and what is your sexual orientation?
Who do you want? You go
first. Who wants to go?
I'll go first. My name is Patrick. I'm 29. I'm a Well, currently I work for my family's business. My mom owns a private transportation company. I went to school at Howard, majoring in PR.
Okay.
And I'm gay.
Okay.
All right, Rickey Layfield, 28, from Chicago. Went to NIU and got my bachelor's of political science. I got my master's in education there, emphasis in student affairs. Currently work for a program called Becoming a Man, which is a man mentoring program. We have about 6,000 youth that we work for in Chicago, that we service. I feel like we're working for them, you know. And we talk about masculinity, things like that. And I also work at Gary Coleman Youth Center as a youth advocate or youth advisor, where I have a caseload of about 15 youth, boys and girls, that I work with and help do some counseling with.
I'm still trying to get in there, just so he knows. Okay.
Yeah, Gary Coleman played kind of good, man. I was surprised.
Look, I'm comments.
You know what I'm saying? I was surprised. How much? Okay.
Okay.
Anyway.
So I just thank y'all for agreeing to do this.
And he is straight because he didn't say it.
Oh.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
So we know
This
what
is why I
exactly
keep you
he
around.
Yes, I'm heterosexual.
Okay. So now that we got all of that out the way, I really want to know how y'all, like, what was y'all initial reaction when you saw the tweet? Like, how did you perceive it? And then what was your reaction to seeing the conversation?
Okay. Honestly, my first reaction, I thought it was funny. I mean, I see questions on the internet all day, every day. It's hard for me to find certain things offensive because whether it's sexuality or based on my heritage or culture, it's hard for me to find things offensive because no matter how I feel, some people think like that. If the post was like, hey, if you were black, would you pick cotton? Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's offensive. I probably would have fucking laughed at it too. So I thought it was funny. To me, it was comical. It was a good question. It made me think.
Okay. What about you?
Okay, when I first saw the question, I was kind of confused. It was like kind of like a grammatical error, but I went back and I read it like I would say it and not like I'm in school. So when I thought about it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's an easy question. But then I started to read the comments. I mean, I'm really big on social media, so on Twitter, it's all about the comments. I mean, just on any social media.
Replies.
The replies and the comments.
First thing I go to.
Fuck the question. The replies and the
the
comments.
reply?
That's what it's about. So I started getting into that, and that's when it got like, okay, like it got more. It was more of a big thing after I started reading the comments. And I saw a lot of heterosexual males comment. So it was like, is this how like guys automatically think? It just instantly became a gay thing, and I didn't understand it. So that's why we're here, right?
Right. That is exactly why we're here. So, like, the conversation. Like, was I wrong for, like, how I felt as far as saying, like, that his masculinity felt real fragile?
I'm going to let him answer that first.
Personally, I don't think you were wrong. What I do think that people don't understand, whether it's men, women, straight men, gay men, I don't think people really have a definition of what masculinity is. So when I hear fragile masculinity, it's kind of like, why do you think it's associated with masculinity in the first place? You know what I'm saying? So it's weird for me. You know, it's just awkward for me, just because a lot of people can't identify when they become a man or how you become a man. So it's hard for me to shake when somebody's masculinity is fragile.
Okay.
They don't have a definition of it. So that's how I look at it. You know. So now I don't think your question was wrong, but I don't know what lens you were coming from or where he was coming from. I don't agree with his response though, personally.
You think it was a bit much?
So, as I got older, I learned how to cut people out of my circle. A man like that in my circle, we probably wouldn't really match like as peers.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and people I mentor, I got boys who are, oh, he gay, he can't be in this group type, you know, shit like that, because they're immature. But a man my age and stuff like that, I couldn't be around him. Like, I would hang around open-minded individuals, you know what I'm saying? We can't be progressive if things like that throw us off. If that throws you off, then when we really start to make wealth, like, the enemy really gonna fuck us up, because this little shit is really, it's a word, the word escapes me, but this little thing is a problem for you. And sexuality, to me, especially as a man, is the smallest part about it. That's how I look at it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So, could you say that he felt threatened by
Yeah.
the question? Something about it didn't sit right with his manhood.
So, in manhood, I believe that there are levels to it. And I do believe that the first point before finding yourself is portraying what people want to see. So, something I blame him about, I mean, I'm not mad at him about, because at the end of the day, I can't sit here and act like society hasn't told me how I should act my whole life. You know what I'm saying? No women talk about men's height because a little man is viewed as puny, less of a man. You know, women want somebody to protect them. So somebody who's soft and fragile isn't what's attractive. So at the end of the day, your reputation, like they said, the 48 laws of power, you know, violence your life is everything. So a lot of the male ego, it comes from what we're told is supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they get his ass beat. It's like, you got your ass beat. Like he looks at less of a man.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. You a punk. Nobody wants to take you serious. You know what I'm saying? So depending on what level he's at in manhood and identity and himself, like I can see why you had that response. But everybody, you know, I feel like I'm privileged in a lot of ways, and I've been privileged enough to be around different type of men in different environments where niggas think a little deeper, and I view manhood a little differently. Yeah. But everybody ain't got that. A lot of people ain't got that.
You're right.
So,
Pat, what was your reaction to the conversation? I want to
know. When you first sent it to me, I was like, okay, like I kind of figured where it was gonna go because you told me it was a straight guy. So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, I get why straight man automatically jump to that. Not saying I agree to it. It's just that, just being conditioned. Like we all the same time, man. We all grew up. We from Southside. We from Chicago. Like so, being from here, you can't be weak. Like so. Saying that, oh yeah, I'm comfortable with not wearing drawers around my niggas or not wearing shoes like that. Or socks, or whatever they said. It just automatically sounds like something gay to a straight man. I get that. I'm gay, so stuff like that wouldn't bother me. I've been around my friends without drawers or socks, so it wasn't something that was planned, but it's something that's definitely happened. Right. So me personally, looking at it from my own perspective, it's not something that would bother me. So I get why he would think that. Again, I still don't agree with the whole response. It just sounds very, for me, I'm gonna just use the word ignorant. Yeah. I think it's ignorance because it's certain things that you just don't want to educate yourself or don't understand because you're not in a certain specific predicament. So being straight, you automatically are told to think and act and do one type of way. So when you say it's something that's not really uniform or that people know about or agree with, it's just automatically considered gay in the black community.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, I get it, but it's still dumb.
Yeah. There's to me, it's not no logic to it, and that's why I tried to break it down for him. I'm like, so you're saying, like, you wouldn't be around your friends with no socks on? Yeah. It's that deep. And then I think he realized, like, I do sound kind of crazy, so let me try to clean it up a little bit. And I'm just like, now it's a little too late. Now I'm kind of turned off, like, because I don't want little shit like that to shake a man that I'm interested in, that I'm thinking about giving my energy to. Like you said, it's bigger shit. It's bigger problems.
I'm gonna tell a slight story that made me think about this shit. So when I was in grad school, we went to New York, and a lot of my bros went because they was part of the TRIO program, and we was in New York touring and stuff like that. And we stopped past this spot that was doing pedicures and manicures and shit. And manicures for the feet, right? Okay.
Pedicures for feet, manicures for hands.
Thank you. Pedicures for feet. So the guys were like, we finna go get pedicures. And for a brief moment, I was like, I'm finna get pedicures with a bunch of niggas. Like, originally. And I thought to myself, and this was like 23, I'm like, why would I have a problem with that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we did it, you know what I'm saying? And niggas was hating because she said my feet look nice and shit. They was hating. Like, you know, they was like, what about our feet? I'm like, she ain't say y'all feet look nice. Like, chill out. But that was different for me. Like, that's some shit I never did amongst other men, amongst other straight men, you know what I'm saying? But
shit, a lot of straight men never did that. Period.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
They won't even
that alone, like some of them are saying it's gay.
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot of shit that women like in regards to male grooming that I'm just not hearing
that's
about.
Not even male, that's like overall, everybody should be getting their feet done. Just like period.
Because you're walking, you know what I'm saying?
Like you, especially people that like stand on their feet, or you have like a certain type of job, like you're on your feet all day. You need to get your.
But my father does it. He does it too. Like even with me, I'm like I'm a man. Like my hands not hard. They're like, you know, I'm like, well, I use my fucking brain to get money. I don't use my hands to get money. Right. It is what it is. So it took certain moments for me to really break down certain barriers. And my thing is with him, he's probably never left his environment or his same group of friends for that shit to happen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like even in my friend group, like in the streets, like I was one that was just, my mind was a little different, and I exposed people different shit. But you gotta have that person that exposes people. He probably never left that element. Yeah. So.
And maybe we're trying to expose them to different shit, but it's hard to do that when somebody's just so hell bent on being where they are.
Right,
like,
stuck
and that shit's scary. Comfort zone's not comfortable shit.
Yeah, it's like that's all we know.
Right.
That doesn't explain ignorance, but
like, and unfortunately, a lot of men like that. I mean, that's the whole struggle with with black males, and especially black straight males. I mean, and I can't even say that because there's a lot of black gay males who don't have opportunities to do different shit either. So, you know.
And a lot of black gay males that are experiencing the same thing as black straight males, but get looked at differently because they're gay. It's, honestly, sometimes it's not really a difference. It's just who you're laying down with.
Who you sleeping with. Like, that's why I just was like.
On society.
Yeah.
That's just weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I'm somebody, I want to start dispelling some of that. So anytime I feel like a man is using the word gay to apply to something that isn't, I'm going to state what gay is, which is being attracted to sleeping with other men. Like anything outside of that is not gay. Like it's
now,
not.
Feminine is one.
Feminine is another adjective. We could go feminine. We could go passive.
But unfortunately,
you know what I mean?
Right.
And but unfortunately, some men that are gay choose to align themselves with what they perceive feminism is.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Now, and that's what makes some people do shit weird. Like, cause I know people that are gay that you can't tell by the way they talk that they're gay, which makes no sense. Like, why the fuck would I be able to hear you talk without he's gay? It makes no sense because it's sexuality. Like,
like what would say you act gay or you talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, what exactly is acting gay?
But and I got a gay guy I work with, and he said, well, you know, society never told us how we should act. So it's just so many factors to that shit that's just weird. But I know women that get offended by that. Like, what is he getting his idea from? Like, cause I don't act that extra, and I'm a woman.
Right. Yeah, I've heard women say that before.
Because it's like just like with straight men, we grow up and it's like this is what black men is. Like we learn from. If you don't learn from life, you learn from experience. You learn from TV. Yeah. So it's like when we grew up, it wasn't no gay people on TV. So when they did have gay people, it was like they was obviously flamboyant. They was in the fashion. Like it was all stereotypical shit. It's like black men. You ain't never see a black man being soft. Like if you saw a movie and a black man was the lead, they had to be hard. They had to be scary. They had to be
down there, motherfucker.
Exactly. It's always the same shit. So it's like it's a reason why we all grew up in a certain type of stereotype.
And when he explained that shit, I'm like, okay, you know, I ask questions like, and I come from a inquisitive view, like not from a view of hate, and got people around me. I don't really hang around people that get offended easily, shit like that.
Yeah.
So they explain, and I can either take it or disagree. You know what I'm saying? But your perspective to me.
Right.
So
yeah, I think you was trying to dig at something that you wasn't gonna get. Like that conversation, I was just reading it. Like, okay, you just not gonna get it. You was just,
and then even the responses, I was waiting on him to maybe be a little more open to the conversation, and it was very like
no.
So once I got that back, I'm like, okay. But why is it that you feel like a lot of heterosexual black men hold themselves to these like rigid ass standards? Because even shit, I've seen shit on Twitter like, some men don't kiss their sons, and you know what happens when you know your daughter, you have a daughter and she wants to paint your nails, you gonna sit there and tell her no, you can't paint my nails because it's gay. Like if she want to have a tea party and paint your nails, you need to do it. I don't understand. Like and some men won't.
I got a response for that. A lot of what men do, especially in men like that, is based on survival. So meaning like, if you watch any movie with motherfuckers in the army or people are trained a certain way, they know me the rogue agent when they go outside what they're trained to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So it's like, you watch a movie where it's like, are you say this person, you talk to them like they're the enemy. Nobody know why they're the enemy, but this one person decided to figure out why they're the enemy and talk to them and it went against their training. So a lot of heterosexual males, what they've been taught and what they've seen, like you said on TV, or lack of even having a man in the house, because most of the men I know who actually have fathers, it depends. You know, it depends. But some of them actually have a different take on manhood. You know, some have fathers that just, nigga, you finna use this hammer and you a man type shit. But I think it's a lot to do with survival, man. Like, once you give motherfuckers an inch to take a mile, and when you show that you a little soft or a little lenient, then...
Or a little understanding, or
right.
a little...
compassionate.
Yeah, like, anything that's weak.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
I mean, same thing with parenting. Like, your kid ask you questions? Like, all this race was like, what the fuck they gonna ask you questions? Like, you're a weak parent. That's how they look at it. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So, some shit was just set in stone. Like,
I mean, it has a lot to do with our upbringing in the black community. Like, we do a lot of shit. I can say we because I know so many people who are raised the same way that I was raised. It was like you said, ask questions. You get to ask your parents no motherfucking questions. Like, if I'm around my friend, when I was growing up and I was around my friends and they asked their parents questions or they talked back, it was weird to me because I didn't have parents like that. The fuck? You did what you was told to do and that was it. Like, so that's why I feel like a lot of black men or black children, period, don't have good communication skills.
Yeah.
Because you're not allowed. We weren't allowed to communicate as kids.
And I was the exact opposite. My mama told me,
say how you feel.
I remember I stole a bike and shit for somebody when I was first grade. And she's like, why you stole the bike? And I was like, I don't know. She's like, don't ever do shit you know the reason you're doing it for. Period. And since then I ask questions. So I ain't never been a nigga just do some shit. Like, I'm not doing that. It'll make fucking sense.
So at least you know why you're doing this shit.
So I always question shit other than what I see or what people always say. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's social media or at work, I'm gonna question that shit. Now I might be quiet at work because I want the fucking check and all. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk on issues.
Yeah.
But I ask a question, and how you feel is how you feel.
Yeah.
Agreed.
It just seems so exhausting. I'm like,
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like working with black men and then being cool with black men that are different or part of a different scale, and bridging the gap and being between, like it is a struggle because it's hard to change what somebody's accustomed to their whole life.
Literally, you literally try to change somebody's whole outlook on whole gender or
what it means to
everything.
sexuality or anything. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like shit, me doing this video podcast, people like, man, Rickey gay. You know what I'm saying? Like real shit. Like my thing is, I don't really deal.
Like you said that because you sit across from a gay man.
I don't deal with ignorance. You know what I'm saying? Like I intern at the whole LGBT Room Resource Center at NIU, and that's when I come with myself, and I ain't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? But like people make assumptions based on what they see, and they just since they have a lack of information, so they don't associate it with certain things. Yeah. So like, okay, niggas walking around with no shoes on together, they must be gay. Cause I never see somebody straight do this shit. It makes no sense to me. Yeah.
Initially, okay. Yeah. So Patrick, do you find like a lot of gay men put up fronts to act in this perceived way of stereotypical masculinity?
I'm gonna say yes, and then I mean it's a case by case thing, but I'm gonna just say yes overall because I know I've been there. Like anybody who I've known who's gay or has accepted they were gay has had a girlfriend, has acted like they were straight at one point just because that's what you have to do. Like I was lucky to be in high school and be one person who was gay and nobody really gives a fuck. Like we didn't go to a big
Because you were the first for me, Patrick.
I mean, a lot of people say that. Like in our high school,
and it was a thing, and you were out and okay, and everybody was okay with it. And again, we're talking. I was in high school 2006 through 2010, so like. People way more out now, but like back then you had the one or two in the school and
I was the one.
You were good because you ate it though too.
So, but that's because at that age I already knew what it was, so I didn't have to. I got to the point where it was like after my parents found out, who the fuck am I? Why am I fronting for y'all? Like y'all ain't got shit. I mean, y'all we on the same level. To me, like I'm not trying to downplay anybody, but we're all in high school. Like we're all 14, 18 years old, so ain't shit here. Nobody got over me. Ain't nobody paying my bills. Like after my mama knew, who else?
Cause you
mattered. Like I wasn't gonna go through high school and be miserable, and that's what it was for other people. I know so many people who was in high school with us that was gay and didn't tell nobody, but they were so fucking miserable. Like that wasn't gonna be me. Like so
That's good.
But I mean, niggas do that. They act like they're more masculine than they are because masculinity is seen more as an attractive trait in gay community. It is.
Yeah. Do you see guys like when you're around straight guys, like if it's a group of gays and y'all are around straight dudes where they try to get more?
Not my friends personally, but I've seen it.
I've experienced that shit.
I definitely have.
I've had homies who I work with I knew was gay was trying to like
got
my hand hard and shit. I'm like, nigga, I don't shake hands this whole day.
Or they're deep in their voice, like they put on that voice right there, like
it's like
fuck out of here, like come on.
But I get it though because I think how people are introduced to certain things, which it's funny because I know niggas who really in the hood, who are really thugs, who like they don't give a fuck. Like they got friends, they got cousins who gays, like so they got shit going on.
Right.
But I think how you're introduced to it, and honestly, if you're not comfortable with yourself, like you're always gonna fear different things. So like I said, I know men who aren't as educated, but they don't view gay as like the enemy or a motherfucker who they downplay, you know. And
or somebody that automatically want them. That's
right. Like,
cause that's exhausting. Like I'm like, that people have a type too, and most of the time you aren't it. So like, don't flatter yourself.
I'm glad somebody knew. Like,
I don't know if they say shit for real. I don't know. Like, I mean, it could be like I said, ignorance.
Ignorance, yes.
If every woman doesn't want you, I don't see why you would think every man would want you.
It's definitely some straight ignorant men that think like just because the gay man is in the vicinity that he's smelling them and is peeping.
Right, like my sister's ex-boyfriend with her baby daddy. he wouldn't like, because me and my sister, we go out a lot. Like, me and my sister were close. So she'll tell him, like, you know, come out with us or go here with us. Like, and we don't just go to gay shit. Like, me and my sister go out all the time. And she, like, certain things he don't want to go to because he don't want to feel like he's uncomfortable. But ain't none of my friends gonna hit on him. Nobody's, right. If you're in a gay situation and you are straight, trust me, we're gonna feel that energy. Like, you come out with us and niggas would know.
Sometimes.
No.
Sometimes niggas don't care. It's like niggas don't care about somebody's girlfriend.
Somebody not caring and somebody not knowing is different.
Right, you're right. I'm gonna say.
Out, motherfuckers know that you're gay and you're straight. Because you ain't gonna be looking at motherfuckers' face. You're gonna be giving that, okay, I'm here, but I'm here on my own shit type of energy. Like,
I'll say this though. So like I got girls I dealt with who were lesbian and try to pull a card, and sometimes gay men try to pull that card or poke at the motherfucker and see how they gonna respond.
I'm not saying that doesn't happen. I'm saying that
they know.
They know. Okay. Period. Regardless of if they're trying you or not, they know. You get that energy from somebody. If you're in a whole gay ass club and you in the middle of the club, trust me, everybody that knows you're not gay. Trust me.
I feel you.
It's like a thing.
Yeah, it is. Like, honestly, like
you be like,
and gay men get that right all the time. Do you all feel like where you grew up has a lot to do with like feeding into these rigid ideals? Like, would a black man who maybe lives up north from a middle class family have a more expanded or open view of his masculinity versus a nigga raised on 79th and Carpenter?
I'll start first. I'm gonna say honestly, no. As far as black people, I think because black people, period, we're under one culture. It don't matter where you're from. So if I lived in rural Alabama or if I lived on, like you said, 79th and Carpenter, black people tend to think the same shit. That's how you know. That's why we go on Twitter and see so many people saying the same shit. Because we live all around. So I don't think it has a lot to do with what he's brought up. I think it has to do with culture. So
Twitter really proves that.
Because
like, we all grew up the same. Like, it's so wild.
It's like all of us. We always got the same. We always like the same shit. We see the same shit because we think that way. So I don't think it really has to do with where you're brought up. I think it has to do with like what's your culture. So I'm black. I'm gonna think one way. Like, honestly, just because I have black parents. So like you said, you might be living in a suburban neighborhood, but if you have black parents that are from the hood, they probably still have the same ideals that the parents that still live in the hood have. So that's just my opinion.
I disagree.
Okay, let me hear it.
And the reason why, I feel like we look at black people, and it's like the more you branch out and look at different cultures, you might resonate with somebody white more than somebody black. You know what I'm saying? Because of what you like, what you don't like. So for instance, like I always worked in like public schools. I worked at the out-of-school program with kids with probation, and I was used to boys having an issue with gun violence, shit like that. So now I work with a charter school. And I literally got a friend group that stay in tuned over different shit, right? It's like 8 of them, boys, girls, and when I got down to the point, like I knew that one of my boys was bisexual that I work with. I found out that the girls who was in tuned over little shit used to be fucking with each other. You know what I'm saying? And all used to date each other in this group. That shit never was a thing at my students at this public high school. You know what I'm saying? It never was a thing. So even them being open, their problems are just different. And they on the fucking south side. But them being at a charter school, they have different problems. Like they have different standards they're raised to. Like they take grades a little different and more serious. Their parents are different. Like, I don't know. So I would say yes, like the area that I was born and raised in is different. Cause even when I used to visit Springfield, like, I remember motherfuckers be on the side of the road waving and shit. I wouldn't do that shit in Chicago. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wouldn't. Yeah, so I think skin color, man, just like sexuality, like we tie so much to it, but it's not so much that's tied into it. Because you meet a motherfucker who might be in the KKK, real talk, and y'all got more shit in common than the nigga you grew up with. Being honest. Like, I know motherfuckers who might love fucking chicken wings and Kool-Aid. Real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth.
And that's a black stereotype.
You know, and that's a black stereotype. But they love that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I feel like those situations are more rare though than Patrick's experience. Like,
I think it's more rare because we don't communicate across cultures like that.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so even like you went to Howard, like, and I went to NIU, but I didn't keep with white people at NIU like that. Yeah. Until it came time for politics, I stuck with black people. It was 3,000 of us, that's who I kicked it with. When I did spend time, my roommate, my first year was a white dude, and to me it was a culture shock. I'm like, what the fuck? We gonna be in two. He was trying to kill me in my seat. That's what I assumed. My homie from out west had a roommate from out west, another black male. from the same neighborhood, they stayed into it.
Yeah.
They stayed into it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. I really just think, lack of experience gives us lack of knowledge. So it's hard for me to really sit here and be like, nah, because I know where I grew up at, and I was on 70th and Second when I was a kid. Like, that shaped a lot of shit. But because of my personal experience, like my cousin who's a street nigga, my mama told me he was gay when he was like 8.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, he ain't gay, mom. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. And
mother's always.
Right. And he came out and like when he was like 16,
Mother's
17. And I ain't never let him know different from that shit, you know what I'm saying? And my father even told me a story about his friend from college who died, he died, and not saying it's a stereotype for everybody, but he died of HIV and he never told them that he was gay until he fucking died. And that really hurt his feelings, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I always view shit like that differently than most people because of my conversation with him. Not because I'm black, it's like, these are the experiences I had, you know what I'm saying, within my culture, and that's why I don't be looking at people like, oh, he's gay, shun him type shit.
Right.
You know? And black people have different experience within that culture, like, shit is different, man,
I can't agree with you on that, but I just feel like as far as the question she was asking, I think as far as this situation,
where you grew up at?
Yeah, I do think it matters. I mean, as far as
Or it helps mold the ideals you have of your own masculinity.
right. I think you're different. I think we sit at the table, but we're not like part of the.
Y'all are the outliers.
The norm.
Yes.
Y'all
That's why
are the
we here.
outliers.
Yes.
So,
And that's
and
why
it's hard for me to think into the concept of the norm, but I do think so with that being the norm, like you said, I think the area that you are raised in shapes that shit. Like, I just think that's the way it is. Like, nigga, I grew up over east, so nigga, it was colder to me than it was to motherfuckers in different areas. Because the Lakers right there.
But it's something that you feel like people, if they are given the right experiences and the right resources, they can grow out of having such strict mindsets on stuff like that.
Possibly, man. It gotta be something that you yearning for. Like you gotta want to see something different.
You can't just be like, okay, well, I moved to DC, so now I think different.
But it start young. Like you can watch Space Jam. Motherfucker be like, damn, like this is a great movie. Some of them be like, man, that shit we can say like Michael Jordan ain't come out to the end. Like it's all about perspective. But I do think where you grew up at and who you were around and who you were like that shapes your shit. Like even in high school, I went to the same high school, a lot of motherfuckers, but my experience was different.
Yeah.
Like we was hella divided. You know what I'm saying? Like you had motherfuckers who was smart as hell. You had motherfuckers who was into fashion. You had motherfuckers in the streets.
See, that's different. Our high school was totally different. Our high school was small as shit. It was 500 of us, period.
And that changed things.
Yeah, like that. Right. That you always around the same people. So it's like if you took Spanish or French, that divided up your whole high school career. It was people who I was always with when I started high school who I never saw because I chose to take a language. And just like whatever career path you chose. So
your high school shaped your experience of how you.
A lot of things it did, but definitely me going to college changed a lot of shit, especially me going to a black college. So
and that's how it is for most people.
But it was different for me, period, going into high school because I was gay. Automatically, I already knew what I was, and then our school was mixy. It wasn't just black; it was black, whites, Mexicans. Like we had everybody in our school. Yeah. And for us to be so small, like you had to be diverse. Like it was the 1/3 black in your class, half.
So while like you going to NIU and having, maybe a lot of people have this experience being with white people where it is that culture shock. For us, it really, like, for me going to a PWI, it wasn't that much of a culture shock because I was used to being around.
Right. So that was something different because, like, I did 3 years at Hyde Park, and then I did like a year at St. Francis. You know what I'm saying?
Totally different.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like
that's Catholic school. That's
right. You know what I'm saying? So it was just a different fucking world. But that's why I said like I do think that where you're from shapes a lot of shit. Like that's
especially when that's all you know. Like if you ain't never ventured outside of your hood or you ain't never traveled nowhere. Yeah. I have friends who ain't never got on a plane or people who have never left the Midwest. Like it's just certain shit.
And I was one of the people for a long time in my life because. I mean, shit, I grew up in poverty. My mother loved me to death, but I shot like my first Bulls game through my job. Yeah. First time traveling, I was like fucking 23 years old on a plane. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people ain't had that. Like, I got kids now who's fucking 12 or 11. It was like, I already went to eight different countries. What? Yeah. Like, that shit's crazy to me.
8 that has more stamps on his passport than I do.
Right. So like, yeah. So back to that point, I think your upbringing and your neighborhood means a lot because certain neighborhoods, like, before I went to college, I didn't even like Chicago that much because I only seen a 6-7 block radius in my mind. Like fuck Chicago, it's violence here, violence there. But lo and behold, Chicago, the third greatest city, according to Google and shit for a reason, right? The white motherfuckers ain't experiencing half the shit I done seen.
Right.
It's a different city for them.
It's a completely different.
Now that I'm working and shit, I got degrees. Shit.
So So let's turn our attention to the specific part of the message where he jumped to say like they already trying to make black men soft as hell. And I'll start by saying that annoys me simply because I feel like a lot of people associate soft with men with emotional intelligence. Like that's it. Like soft is not like that's most of the situations where I see people calling soft is because a man is displaying some emotional intelligence, and I just don't understand. Especially because
I know why you said that though.
I know, but wait, let me give one more example.
Mm-hmm.
Which is my biggest issue is when I feel like now on television we see there's a lot more inclusion than there used to be. Like every show, usually, I mean, and you can say it's marketed, whatever. They have a gay person, a gay cameo, a gay character, and when that started to hit the TV, it was like Empire, for instance, when that shit really started hitting and everybody was still watching it. I saw a lot of black men who had problems with the fact that it was a black man on TV, and I'm just like, guys, black gay men exist. Like, to act like they don't and they don't deserve to be actors and have roles, I don't think that that's right. Like, why is that so bothersome?
I want to address the first part of what
Okay.
you said. So, I do feel like, personally, every aspect of traditional manhood is been attacked, but not in a positive way. And I'm going to explain why. So when I watch movies, I observe the man, especially black men, of course. So most famous black men that got some fame in comedy like that, they had to take the role of being a feminine character or dressing like a female in order to get that fame. Even Will Smith's first role as a man, he had to play a role that questions his manhood. Now, I'm not saying that, honestly, I don't know if he'd even be Will Smith today if he didn't play that role. That's great, that's cool. And when I watch movies like Chirac, right, and it's not just an attack on sexuality, it's an attack on the intelligence, leadership, anything that you think a black man should represent traditionally. There was no positive black man at all in Chirac. Not one. Not one. Mm-hmm. I'd have seen Us. Spoiler alert on the scene, I'm sorry.
Don't tell us shit.
Okay. So everybody died. I'm playing. So, long story short, man, in media and shit I watch, it's almost like anything that's traditionally stamped for a black man, good or bad, is being like fucking removed from the books. And like I said, we talk about this shit. Like I never had a problem with sexuality being expressed in shows. Now, do I think it's more about money than expression? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. I do. Cause this roles like they throw gay people in just to attract the gay crowd. That had nothing to do with the fucking plot.
Because when I bought the suit, you said inclusiveness versus exploitation.
Right.
That's
period.
different, and I do agree.
It is what it is.
Sometimes they just don't need a gay character. They throw it in there because gay is popular right now.
Right.
And some gay people get that, and some, you know, and the same with black people like, why does James Bond need to be black? I don't give a fuck about being black. Right. I like James Bond regardless.
I just want them to be good.
But they want the fucking the money that they got from Black Panther, so I make them black, cool. So like I watch certain shit, let's say like the character on Empire, his character being gay makes sense to me, observation wise.
Yeah. I
watch other shit like 7 Seconds, where the son was fucking with his best friend. Yeah. To me that made no sense. I thought that was just in the plot.
I forgot that shit even happened.
I thought that was just
because it's been gone for so goddamn long and they didn't renew it.
He could have easily been in his friend's house just fucking kicking with his friend.
Right.
I thought that was thrown in the plot to attract a different audience.
And honestly,
for profit. I don't think that shit had anything, like, it wasn't necessary.
If he wasn't gay, the story would have still been
the same.
It would.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't lie.
So to me, movies about somebody who is homosexual and they're dealing with what that means and their identity, cool. Yeah. But there are a lot of movies where they throw that shit in there. I think I was watching fucking Punisher, and one of the main characters is gay.
Okay.
And it had nothing to do with his role in the plot at all. You know what I'm saying? I think it's strictly placed there to gain profit.
Yeah.
And it'll make them more marketable later. We can write more stories around that. We can
and as a businessman, I would too. Why not?
Yeah.
And I could be the most homophobic motherfucker ever.
Yeah.
Why would I throw them in the plot? All right, I like this shit. Y'all gonna come watch it? Why wouldn't I? So that's how I look at certain things. That's all. But
soft as hell.
Like when you hear that, I mean, we've all heard that our whole life. So it's honestly like it's not a shock when I hear it. Honestly, it's just we've been conditioned. That's like in our nature. We hear it all the time. So soft as hell, that could be from the smallest things, like you said, getting your nails done or acting effeminate or whatever it is. I think it's just a case by case situation, but it's honestly grouped over everything that black straight men think is not natural or not masculine. But like he said, it's different levels of what masculinity is, because we don't even know what masculine is. Like we don't. We get brought up thinking, okay, this is what a black man is, and if you're not this, then you're gay or you're soft or you're this or you're that. So that's what
we had. We had a right to Patrick.
Y'all, I wish y'all could see Patrick's nails because and these hands. Oh, that's so.
Yeah, I just stopped biting my shit, man. I used to bite my nails. I'm like, I'm gonna try, but
you know something that I see a lot. And I actually saw it today, and I screenshotted stuff to like really reflected. I knew it was gonna be reflected in this conversation. That it sucks that like women help perpetuate this
that
women
that pisses me off.
So like I saw a tweet
off.
today that said like, and this was from she's a pretty popular girl around Chicago, but I would say like she hangs out with street people. Like that's the best way to fucking put it.
That's the appropriate way to say it.
The tweet said like niggas be grabbing their phone, holding it up, looking gay as hell. Y'all some bitches. Like pretty much like a man taking a selfie, things like that. Like
let's speak on this.
And I just was like, come on, guys. Like the women, y'all make it worse. Like that these men can't just do regular shit.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna speak. So when I see shit about toxic masculinity and shit about fragile masculinity, I laugh because it's kind of like, man, fix this, or man doing this shit wrong. I remember I watched Dave Chappelle's skit, and he was like, men buy nice cars because women like nice cars. Or men got a nice house because women like nice houses. Yep. If a man can fuck a woman in a cardboard box, he own a cardboard box.
Yep.
And I believe that. Even in the movie Chirac, the message was that if women did this and that, men would adjust.
Yeah.
Nigga, when I was in high school, I did the street shit because women like men who got power, and the streets gave me power. I went to college, I got super involved in everything because women on the college campus like men who was fucking involved.
Yeah.
Period.
A nigga that can get a job and make money. If you can't do that in college, you can't make
no
money.
So the thing is, like, and society, men and women help shape the idea of what a real man is for so many years. Like, and back in the day, before it was money, it was a motherfucker going out to hunt and get food. You can't be soft getting bloody and shooting arrows. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gotta bring food to the fucking table. So even as a man, like before, a lot of jobs didn't have men using their head. They was being physical.
Right.
I had to go out here and fucking do this jackhammer, do construction. I had to be a man's man and get the work done and bring the food home. So now that gender roles are cracking down, we questioning this shit. But it was some type of personality you had to have in order to be a man. You know what I'm saying? In society. Shit, nowadays, I know men who fucking, if they not bringing home much of their woman, they question who they are as a man. Yep. And I know women who question them too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So this shit go hand in hand.
That happens really in minority households. White people don't think like that. I know so many white people who have stay-at-home dads who ain't never fucking worked, who have stayed at home they whole lives. Like, I know people who I went to high school with who daddies never worked.
I'm asking you a question though.
And it was crazy to me because mama worked 2 businesses, bitch. I didn't even know like what it was to have a parent who didn't work.
Yeah, me either. I had my father and mother work.
And I was even
my father cooked. Yeah. Probably better than my mother.
Probably, but you know what I'm saying? Had to motherfucking work.
Right. My thing is though, that white man when he get around his peers, see how that conversation go. Like it's hard to tell how that shit go in that world. But like with me having white coworkers and we do like the group counseling together, a lot of shit that I didn't think they thought is what comes out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So even amongst their coworkers, like he might be viewed as a weaker man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because he's not working. Right. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit that like was in place for hundreds and hundreds of years, like that we try to like dispel now or remove now. Like I'm not a big gender role guy, but like my girl pumping gas and eating garbage, no. Yeah. I don't.
That's just,
you know what I'm saying?
I just think that's just like,
I don't.
I think that's shit.
I don't like it.
Yeah, like I don't let my sister pump the gas.
But do I think she's fully capable of doing everything I can do? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I do. Like I wholeheartedly do.
We all human beings with working labor.
In regards to biology, we're not that different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I don't try to dive big into the gender roles. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a man who hates women, shit like that. But I don't dive big into the gender roles because a lot of that shit is not logical.
It's not, especially in today's.
We created our own rules. Yeah. So back to the soft ass man comment. Like it's been a lot of shit embedded for years that make a man who he is. And when you let that guard down, that's when other people try to challenge what you got.
So what can women do to not continue to help perpetuate this rigid ass ideal for black men? Because I feel bad. Like,
for me personally, as far as like the whole black, for me, I just find it so disheartening when I'm on Twitter. I do, like, I have blocked so many black women just because of the shit that they say. Like, I couldn't even imagine if my sister was online saying, oh, gay men are less than, or my mom was on, like, out with her friends talking about gay people. I just couldn't even imagine. Like, that would break my heart if I had a black woman in my life who felt like I was less of a man because I was gay. And I see it so much. Like, they say it so frequently and just so free. Like, I just be like, damn, like, black gay men put black gay women on a pedestal, like, out of anybody. So it's like, just to see the support that we don't get from black gay women, black straight women.
I think it's crazy though, like, because when I see especially black gay men, when I see them embrace women get giddy about it because you know you're the it if a gay man has pretty much stamped you. But then it's like when y'all into it, the first thing they want to do is, oh, yo, gay, like they want to go there, and it's like, honey.
I mean, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm just saying, like, period. Like, when it comes down to the whole black man conversation, I just see so many comments. It's like, God damn, like, y'all, do black women really think this? And they really do. Like, just to have a person like you to have even the mind to have me sitting up here with him. Like, I mean, we've always gotten along, so I get that. But it's so many other people who I know who was probably in your class who I wouldn't talk to because they thought a totally different way. Like, it just, like I said, it's heartbreaking because it's like, it's so many black women in my family. Like, so I just think of black women as a whole thing. Like, I hold the door for black women. Like, I always speak to black women. Like, I just make sure, like, are you doing okay? Like you said, the pumping gas shit. If I'm pumping my gas and there's a black woman with a baby next to me at the next pump, I'm going to ask them to pump their gas. Like, that's just how a person was brought up. And they just shit on black gay men so easily. And I just don't get it. Like, so I really look for, like, people like you to help us with that kind of thing. Because it just happens so often. I'll be like, damn, like, what did I ever do to black women? Like, what did we do? Like, I don't really get it. But you see what I'm talking about, though. Like, you be online and you see the shit that they say.
It be sick, really. And
like, black women will put up R. Kelly, but throw down Jussie Smollett. It's crazy. Like, bitch, y'all want him on the streets and he is a known rapist, but you don't want Jussie Smollett on the street, but he lied about some dumb shit. Right. Like, shit like that just don't make sense to me. It's a whole different spectrum, and I just be like, damn, like, okay, well, let me just mind my motherfucking business because, I see exactly where our generation is going, and I don't like it. I really don't.
Is there anything you feel like black women could help or not do in order to not perpetuate this rigid-ass narrative?
So I don't want to go down a rabbit hole with this.
Please, let's keep it.
I'm going to respond.
Okay.
I think that in the times, cause I read this book on Black Wall Street and shit like that, 1921. I think in the times of going from slavery to being free to we all had similar personalities and goals, right? Mm-hmm. I think that we fail to realize that black people are more dynamic than just what we believe. So I can't really sit here and say one thing black women should or shouldn't do because black women do shit differently. For instance, a lot of us focus on like, oh, black men like white women. And I had to do research on that shit to see the percentage of black men who actually marry white women and how low it is, you know what I'm saying? Or at the same time, you have a black woman that hate a black man for marrying somebody white, but at the same time, you have a black gay man who's not marrying a black woman, and that's their best friend. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of inconsistencies and shit like that. I don't think there's one answer because all black women are not the fucking same woman. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, and I grew up thinking that shit like women is this, women is that. But the more you get to know people, like, you gotta understand, like, our skin color is only one aspect of who we are. Like, sexuality might be only one aspect of who we are. You know what I'm saying? Or me being a man might be only one aspect of who we are. Like, nigga, I pick Moesha over fucking Martin. Yeah. Niggas will laugh at that shit, but I do. Right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I just will. Like, that's me. You know, I enjoy this shit. I enjoy certain things about that. You know what I'm saying? So, I think we put a lot of shit on gender and sexuality and culture, but don't understand the fine line between it. But to try to keep it simple, I think the biggest thing is looking at people, and we learn how to categorize shit when we young. Colors, shapes, numbers. We put everything in the fucking box.
We do. I can say that.
We gotta view shit differently. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because people with the same fucking charge in jail ain't the same person. It's just the truth.
Right.
Motherfucker with the same, who grew up on the same blood, they're not the same person. You gotta take it case by case. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be somebody who's gay, who's a fucking asshole, who's fucking does the most, who's very, very, very outspoken. That doesn't make sense. And it might be a gay dude who's very logical, who's cool, who matches your personality. That's fine. He just fucking likes men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people can't differentiate between the two because they both gay. So I think the biggest thing is just looking at people and understanding who they are opposed to specific labels. Do labels make you somebody? Yes. But at the same time, I might meet somebody who's pro-life or who are pro-abortion, that might have a lot of shit in common.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
When it comes down to like real issues,
You know what I'm saying?
Like that's deeper than skin color or like you said, sexual orientation. We get down to the real actual issues. It's like you can be really closer to somebody that's white and straight than you would to your black gay friend. Honestly, because I've seen the truth.
Yeah, and you know, so the last thing I want to mention, I did realize that like black women or women in general do have certain like double standard privileges that I never thought about until literally like 2 days ago. So I was looking at this little tenderoni's Instagram and I was like scrolling, being nosy and shit. And at one point I got like, up until this point I felt like he was heterosexual. And I got to a picture that had a comment from another man that was like, nigga, you sexy as hell. And then I was like, ooh, am I barking up the wrong tree?
Did he respond?
And then, right, so he did reply. And the reply was, it was something to the effect of, I'm just trying to be like you or something like that. So, me being me, I asked. Look, because I
wouldn't make it an assumption, though.
I was
At that point, it ain't an assumption.
Listen.
Ain't no straight man gonna say, I'm trying to be like a
Wait, listen.
I'm sorry. This is from a gay man.
Okay. And so I just was like, I'ma just ask because I can't sit here and keep speculating about this man's sexuality and he's so fine. So
you should have sent me. You should have sent me.
I know, and I just be knowing that y'all gonna crush my spirit. So I just.
So you just see that's the problem with black women.
No, I'm just playing. So because I just don't like to make assumptions. So I wanted to make sure I asked the question in a very respectful way. Like I had to tell the man, like, I got a personal question. First I asked, can I ask you a personal question? And he said yeah. So he gave me permission. I just didn't come out the gate with it. And then I was like, what is your sexual orientation? I didn't want to say like, are you gay or are you straight? Because I just felt like that would have just been like assuming and labeling, and I didn't want to do that.
Rude as fuck.
Yeah, I just wanted to leave it open. So he replied and was like, I'm heterosexual. Why? And I'm just like, I sent the screenshot of the exchange that I saw, and he like laughing my ass off like that's my best friend. And so I'm just like, oh, okay, so it was a joke. Like, and even my other friend I sent it to, she said, well, sometimes dudes be playing with each other like that, and I've seen it, I just don't see it around. I don't really see it a lot.
It is.
I never seen it do shit like that.
It's weird.
And it was straight men, probably.
Like niggas
that's what I say to my friend, but yeah.
Right, and that's what made me like, but then he was like, it's no different than how women compliment each other, and that's what the double standard left. Because I can go on my friend's picture and be like, damn, you thick as hell, girl, you look good.
No, like, women could damn near eat their friend out and they be like, I ain't gay.
Honestly, I was just gonna say like it's a fine line for women when not you and your friends, but it can happen. It can happen. You can go home like nothing happened. If like
ain't shit to go there.
If you get your dick sucked by your straight supposed to be friend, then he's not straight anymore. You don't get no motherfucker. You don't get no ain't no gay line for niggas.
A hard to end, but like women, the tongue kiss and go to the bathroom, they take shit in front of each other. That's some intimate shit to me.
It is some intimate
y'all can do all that shit that's gay that men do.
It's kind of double standards. Like you hear about double standards, like men can be hoes. Double standards. No, women have double standards that we don't.
A lot of double standards.
Yeah, and that's what made me realize it, because in that moment, like, was I relieved he said heterosexual? Yes.
You had questions though.
But did you believe it? It's a question.
You had questions.
Did you believe it?
This isn't the first time I found myself attracted. Like, that's why I asked, because sometimes I like that end up being gay. They be fine as hell. and clean cut and all of the shit that I like. So I just felt like, you know, I don't want to assume that because this man has a good sense of style and he's clean cut and he's having this exchange with his friend that he's gay. After he told me that he's not.
Did he have a beard?
See? Masculinity shit. I can't grow a beard, so I feel less of a man. It's this shit y'all created. Y'all created that stigma. No, I'm just like, I'm listening. I'm listening.
But
and y'all like niggas with beards more. Y'all do.
Y'all do.
Right.
Y'all do.
A little bit. It just.
So I can't be a full man without a beard. It's fucked up.
You can.
I feel like I am, but according to society, no.
According to y'all ass, which is society to us, black women is like the pedestal for us.
Y'all black women create a lot of shit.
They
like,
do. It's not even like we're not.
Y'all be like,
that's why I asked.
Men not touch you. I be like, nigga, most men ain't have black fathers, so what the fuck you mean we touch you?
What we learning from? Black women. That's what we learning.
But I don't want that, but y'all go do enough. I love black women.
Black women are just as responsible for framing this picture. I'm gonna throw that out there.
But they don't take responsibility. They don't. They say black men. Okay, they say you're not supposed to be sensitive, but when black men is all hard and not emotional and whooping bitches' asses, then it's a problem. Like y'all have to know it has to be a balance, and y'all don't give a balance. Y'all say you gotta be hard.
No, and that's why I said the whole idea of soft is usually to me emotional intelligence. Because I'm like, can you please have some? Because
black men don't communicate. Oh, when you communicate too much, oh they too soft, they too needy. Like y'all have to pick. You have to know about
black women. This is them telling you what you need to stop doing.
It has to be balanced. Because do I like action movies? Shit, hell yeah. But I still watch fucking Charm, nigga. Like that's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I know niggas from the hood who are nigga R&B, 2,000 songs, and rap 50 songs.
Not even that, like shit like this. Black men will sing Summer Walker, "Girls Need Love."
They will.
It won't be not even the remix. The regular version. They will. The regular version. But like you expect us to sing Meek Mill. But it's just like, what do y'all want? I don't know. That's why I'm glad it's not my dilemma.
Music is a
shit. I can't even imagine. Black men is hard enough to deal with. I can't even imagine dealing with black women.
It's diversity in who you are, man. And I tell students this shit, like, it's hard to take one identity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are very complex people. And that's just the case. Like, I grew up with DMX and Lauryn Hill. Two fucking polar opposites. Yeah. Played the same amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, motherfucker, I understand that. Even with women, like, you might have a woman that's obviously something that's real wild. But she might be very, very strong sexually in how she takes it. And she might see a fucking spider and rob the fucking house. Like, so she's strong in certain areas, you know what I'm saying? So I think as humans, we gotta understand that people are just not one way.
Right. So that leads me back to the whole idea
that being bisexual. And like a man and woman.
So you think he's bisexual?
I'm saying.
Because that thought.
Okay, so is that a question now?
So this is what got me. So when I sent it to my friend initially, I was like, you know, he
might be a man very comfortable.
So I'm like, he kind of fine. And she hadn't replied yet, and then I saw that exchange, and I was like, wait, he might be gay. And then I was like, well, wait, because I went back down this page, and he had something about, like, to my future wife. So I'm like, wait, he might be bisexual. I don't know. I'm really confused.
You never know.
And so, I just was like,
So, I say that shit because, like at the end of the day, man, we like the bullshit shit. I'm open-minded, yes. But do I have my own fucking personal bias about some things? Yes. I do.
We all
you know what I'm saying? And that's human nature. Like, a white woman might see me like, oh shit, like, oh shit, rape case. Like, period.
Sometimes I do feel like, this is another thing I see on Twitter, I sometimes think that, like, black women, we get a little slack because we aren't super open to, like, dating a bisexual man. And, like, I'm just like, well, if it's not,
I don't think that's just black women.
White women.
I think it's all women, but black women.
Black women always get
shit. Right, black women always.
Like, I see shit like white men take care of their women, black men don't. I be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
We can pull up plenty
of documentaries where this nigga done serial kill 45 white women. But black men, like, it's just the shit we see from our perspective.
Yeah. And white people. And I know there are still some that exist within the pool. Like, I got a friend, and she was talking about how she's interested in wanting to peg a man. And so me and Squad asked her, like, would you be open to going into the bisexual pond because you may have a better opportunity of finding a man who is going to let you do that to him?
Just by the math, she would have a better opportunity.
You have a better opportunity. So I'm like, for her, venturing out into dating or, you know, not even dating, dealing with a bisexual man.
How did she respond to that?
You know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know if that bitch ever.
Because I don't think with her is about having a man that's bisexual, but more so about conquering a man that being controlled.
But you know what? She has done dom and sub stuff, so she's been a dom. So for her, that is a part of her sexual experiences and endeavors.
Because some women want to be in charge.
Yeah.
That's why some women might choose to go the lesbian route. It might be about a power thing more so than.
But that's why I just think it's crazy. Like people so quick to just call everything gay, even the idea like. If a man wanted to explore his G-spot, a lot of women would be like, "Oh, that's gay." Like I'm not doing that.
A lot of men too.
Just like oh my god, in porn now, a lot of straight porn. I watch porn. Okay, straight porn. A lot of women.
You watch straight porn?
Yes, I watch straight porn.
Interesting.
A lot of black women watch gay porn.
Yeah, a lot of
really
because the men in black straight porn and gay porn look better than the men. But the men in straight black porn look better to me. That's why I watch straight black porn.
Okay.
Well, straight porn, period. Okay. The black men, the men just look better in straight porn. For me, like, yeah, I don't want to fuck them.
No, that makes more sense though. Like, I was first like, why?
Yeah,
okay, that makes sense.
That's why.
But you said it's videos of women doing what now?
Eating ass. That's just but it's not black women.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's not black women.
Yeah.
It's not like white or like other races.
But you remember when Gabrielle Union came out with something about that and everybody was trying to judge the
I didn't know that.
But what blew me, that was like, she eating ass.
She said that?
She said she alluded, or I don't know if she said it directly.
She never said that because I would have.
Nah, she said that shit. She did.
She eating Dwayne Wade
My
ass?
thing was, okay, so motherfucker like, that's nasty. I'm like, you like your ass getting ate? She's like, yeah, I'm a woman. I'm trying to figure out what butthole is cleaner than the other because I don't get how, okay, eating a woman ass straight, that's cool. It's fucking clean, it's beautiful.
Right.
But then she was like, I'm eating man ass. I was like, oh, that's nasty.
A booty hole is a booty hole.
They do the same thing.
There was shit coming out of both of them. So if I'm gonna eat ass, I'm gonna eat ass for those reasons. I can't say, oh, she a woman, her ass is clean.
It's cleaner.
Fucking double standard. See, there you go.
It's a double standard.
There you go.
Right.
And my mother was serious. They were looking at her like, you nasty fucking individual. You ridiculous.
And the people looking at her probably doing the same shit. That's the thing I don't like. People just don't want to own up to it and be grown. Like, we all grown. Nobody gives a fuck what you do in your bedroom. But don't judge other people like you don't.
Right.
Just be quiet. I would just be quiet. Like, I ain't got nothing to say.
I know girls got sexual and they like, if a man had fucking with my ass, he's gay. I was like, alright, why? You know, gay people fucking with the ass. So gay people give head too. You know, most people have mouths. Right. So I'm like, does that mean that motherfucker who get head is gay? Yeah. Ain't the same. I'm like, well, my logic, it is the same.
But so, again, I think that's another thing for culture. Like, because I'm gonna just say this: white women do it, and they don't think like, "Oh, my man is gay."
I would like, get fucked in the ass for 20 years because of a virgin. Real shit.
Literally.
I've been fucked in the ass since I was 12.
Definitely like, we have very good talks at work, and one of the conversations.
Where do you work at?
Right, but
I can't confirm nor deny that information.
We'll talk about that off camera.
But so we've had like conversations, and I mentioned like, you know, they was trying to access my booty hole and I wasn't going, no sir. And so,
but you gotta tell them.
So she looked at me like, girl, it's not even that bad. I'm like,
it's not.
That's your ministry. It isn't mine. So I did. They definitely.
We'll just talk about this off camera. I almost answered the question. But go ahead.
But how much like niggas who like fucking ass is gay? But it's like, well, it is a title hole. It's something that most niggas haven't conquered. You know, me. So one thing I would admit about masculinity is it's a power thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do that hasn't already been done? How can I conquer you?
Because, I mean, that's just, whatever, everything else is just normal. That's what's supposed to be done. People like that because it's like,
according to 2019. Because now ass eating is normal too, which I have partaked in. It's not a thing for me. But some people love that shit.
So do y'all think he gay?
But we veered off topic now.
I'm asking.
It's suspect, but I can't really say gay. Maybe he might be bisexual, and if that is true, that's fine. I just like when people are living their truth. I don't like gray areas because I don't want to be on his page, fight with him or like his pictures either, motherfucker. Like I want to know.
So I'm a heterosexual male, right? Me and my girl, like, nigga, they had some shit in Boys Town with dollar drinks. I'm like, dollar drinks? Hell yeah. I didn't give a fuck about nobody being gay there. I didn't give a fuck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I interned that and didn't give a fuck. I feel like, in regards to being an open heterosexual male to ideologies, I'm there and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with me liking women and only women that's okay with me.
Mm-hmm.
I would never ever comment on my homie page in my life and say that shit.
I know.
Because there's like something outside the rules and there's like rigid rules.
I personally wouldn't even comment on my friend's page. Now, if it's somebody I'm interested in, somebody I want to date, that's different. But I would never go on my friend's personal page about, oh, you fine as fuck. I might like the picture. I might say, oh, this picture, you look good in a picture. Like,
I'm very comfortable with
But you have who I am. Black guy friends who chokey joke sometimes with each other.
But it's like in the house, like.
Okay, so
like,
the fact that it's out there for other people.
And I even like to that point, it's like, and I don't even know, like, my high school boys might be like, come here, babe, on some joking dumb shit.
Right.
As a grown man,
that's what I'm referring.
As a grown man, since 21, I have not been, like, crossed or joked in a sexual manner with another heterosexual male. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said,
I think for me, like, again, if you do it behind closed doors when it's just y'all, okay. I think seeing it out there, because I'm just like, do you know how other people may perceive it? For him, he may not care. He's comfortable on
right,
weed.
And I don't want to judge him.
And the first thing he said, he was like, I know that there are some undercover DL niggas out here, but I am not one of them.
I don't want to judge him because he's more advanced in being comfortable than I am. I don't want to judge him on that. But I have to. I got to.
But for this conversation, it's judgment.
Okay.
It's judgment from both sides. Honestly, I personally have never witnessed that from a straight man. Like, it's just certain shit you don't want to put out there because you don't want that perceived.
Because he might say, maybe he's curious.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You don't want to open those doors. I personally
don't open the door.
Right. I personally don't knock on doors that I don't know where I'm going. But
that's like a little crack.
Other people are bold, so yeah, they might have just
feeling shit in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, for real. That's a crack in the fucking door. It's like, let me observe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People go look at I'll look at the comments.
Then that's what I was
doing.
I just wanted to make sure.
The likes in the comments is the first thing I'm gonna look at.
I know, and I
know you look at it too.
to go through that because again, it's unfortunate that a man being so clean cut, because he can dress his ass off. I just wanted to look and and be sure I wasn't barking, I wasn't stepping in the wrong.
You still asked. I appreciate that. It's like I want to know
because I just wanted to respect it if that's what it was. So I appreciate y'all for helping me though.
Because like you said, clean cut. Like I done seen gay motherfuckers coming to a spot with looking terrible.
I know.
And I'm like, looking the fuck.
I know.
Terrible.
Ain't you gay? That's a holiday. Like,
right.
the fuck is this outfit?
So that's what I'm saying. That's a stereotype too, because we all don't look good, smell good, dress good.
Right. And that's what I think for me. It was just in my experience. I wouldn't say that I've never like looked at him and been like, "Oh, he fine," and then heard him turn on his high voice, and then I'm like, "Oh, damn, wrong tree."
And that don't automatically mean he can't either.
I know.
It's just so
but
much.
I'm saying, but in that context that he was speaking, it was very obvious.
Yeah.
So
also, I learned
was he saying that he like men?
In my internship. Listen.
Okay.
It's niggas.
You're right. Breathe me.
The world is so complex. I learned this shit in my internship. There are men who fuck other men and don't feel they're gay because they are not in love with those men.
I swear to God. I believe you. I believe them. Some men would
I'm not gay. I'm like, okay. I'm not gay because I am not.
Be like, oh yeah, gay. What's that? Like,
I love my wife. Oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So
I personally don't.
Me trying to categorize this shit.
That area, personally,
me trying to make this shit make sense. I can't give you an answer. I can't. Because it's case by case for a lot of more.
It would be nice if it was a white, black, and gray area, but it's really not. It's like people like to dibble and dabble and do what they want to do, and especially now because
sexually fluid.
It's so accepted. So now it's like, oh yeah, I have sex with men and women, but I'm not bisexual. I'm not gay. I'm straight.
I'm what I want to be.
No, I'm straight. That's what they said. It's like,
and we don't even touch on gay and lesbian. We didn't touch on trans at all. Like that's a whole different fucking world.
I don't want to touch in that right now.
I'm just saying, like,
video for that.
We need a whole 2 more hours for that.
Okay, I'll invite that in later. But I do want to say,
anyway, give buddy some pussy. If you get some, it's because of me, and see what he do.
Chill out.
And see how he responds.
I'm not giving anybody anything. Let's start there.
Maybe he's not. Maybe.
Please don't give nobody no pussy if you don't know that. If you in your mind don't feel like that they are straight.
This might change his life.
I know.
This might change his life.
It might change your life, but it might change yours
It
too.
I'm fucking around.
It won't
I'm
be
playing.
here.
I'm playing. I'm playing. Hey,
Ricky, put it back in the box. You just.
Hey, look. I mean, I'm here to go. Oops. He might be like, damn, it's crazy. Like I used to like men.
Nobody's
don't.
doing anything. Nobody's saying.
Trust me, if he's gay.
Hey, jokes y'all.
Doing
jokes,
that
y'all.
ain't gonna change it.
It's
Trust
not
me.
Jokes y'all. Jokes y'all.
You
I'm
might
just
just
saying.
messed it up for him. Great.
No,
Okay.
because people really believe that. They think like, okay, well, you've never had sex with a woman. You've
No,
had sex with a woman.
I don't even want to know that ministry. That is not my life.
Not mine either.
I
But some
have
people
other-
feel like they need to do it to prove something.
Yeah.
Like,
To test it out.
I never felt like I needed to prove that. Like,
I mean, you never know. You never know.
Oh, you know.
You,
Just like you know you don't like men, I feel the exact same way about liking women. Period. It's not even a debate. Like,
Not even.
it was never like, oh yeah, I want to have sex.
maybe.
Nah, it was nah.
Well, thanks to both of you all for coming and chatting with me, and I think we really tore this thing on down. So if y'all ain't learned something, your ears wasn't on, okay?
Yeah.
So thank you, and I hope everybody has. Y'all be safe. Y'all look like y'all ready to go. Get into something. See
I
that
gotta go
drink.
clean the house and meal prep and shit.
I gotta go see us because it's the last
I saw
time
it
we
yesterday.
get.
A whole thing.
Yeah, and I need to see it before tomorrow.
Before everybody.
Before everybody tell me
Spoil, 'cause you was getting ready to
You was
spoil
gonna
it.
tell us some
Never.
shit, and I don't want to know nothing.
I come on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll assume.
y'all.
I'm sorry.
We up out of here.